Did you know that according to research by reading experts Florence Roswell and Jean Schall from Harvard University, a student's reading ability isn't just one single score? A child might have 5th grade comprehension but 1st grade phonics skills. So if you try to teach them with a 5th grade book, they will fail. If you give them a 1st grade book, they will get bored. So to solve this puzzle, schools use a special detective tool called the DAR-2. Now, unlike the SAT or state test which just give you a grade, the DAR-2 tells you exactly where the reading chain is broken. Is it the sounds, the sight words, or the meaning? So hi, I'm Gurpreet from Wizdomi. We specialize in personalized one-on-one live tuition for K-12 and competitive exam preparation. So today I'm going to decode the Diagnostic Assessments of Reading 2nd edition. I'll explain why this untimed one-on-one test is the best news your struggling reader could get. First, what is the DAR-2? Well, it stands for Diagnostic Assessments of Reading 2nd edition. It's published by ProEd and is a staple in reading clinics and special education departments. It is a criterion-referenced test. This means it doesn't compare your child to other kids. It compares your child to the skills themselves. It's used for ages 5 to adult, but for our viewers, it's most critical for pre-K to 3rd grade intervention. Results are valid for about 6 to 12 months. So the DAR-2 is administered individually. It is just your child and the teacher. It is untimed. It typically takes about 40 minutes, but it stops whenever your child hits their limit. Now for pre-K to 3rd graders, the test focuses on core areas like print awareness, phonological awareness, word recognition, word analysis, which is just a fancy word for phonics. There are no multiple choice bubbles. The student reads aloud or answers orally. The teacher marks errors in real time. And the prerequisites, they are none. The registration, I would say that this test is usually triggered by a teacher referral for Title I services or a special education evaluation. You cannot typically sign up for it yourself unless you hire a private educational therapist. Can you study for the DAR-2? Absolutely not. And you shouldn't try. The goal of this test is to find your child's frustration level, the exact point where they get stuck. So if you prep them, the results will actually be wrong. And the reporting time, it usually happens during the school day. Parents are generally not allowed in the room. And the scoring is actually unique. You won't get a score out of 100. You will get 3 levels for each skill. The independent level means they read easily. The instruction level is where they need help. This is the sweet spot for teaching. And the frustration level means that the material is too hard. For example, a 3rd grader might have an instruction level of grade 3 in vocabulary, but grade 1 in phonics. So this tells us exactly what to fix. Now in the USA, the DAR-2 is heavily used in Title I reading programs and for drafting IEP goals. In Canada, this test is used by learning resource teachers to build individual education plans. So let's answer the 5 common questions. Does this test diagnose dyslexia? It provides the evidence, but a doctor makes the medical diagnosis. How is this different from the DIBELs? So DIBELs is a 1-minute speed check and DAR-2 is a deep dive. My child is in 3rd grade but reads a 1st grade level. So will they be held back? Not necessarily, because the DAR-2 helps provide intervention. Can we use this for homeschooling? Yes, we can. And how can Wizdomi help? So we build lesson plans targeting those instructional areas. So the DAR-2 is the difference between guessing what's wrong and knowing what's wrong. So it gives you the power to advocate for the exact support that your child needs. So if you have your child's reading report and need help understanding it, click the link below to book a consultation with Wizdomi. So I'm Gurpreet, helping you unlock your child's potential.